As we make our way to the exterior styling now for this beautiful X6 M Competition. So for the kidney grille, the surround is finished off in gloss black, as well as all the vertical slats. You'll notice too that there's no grille shutters like on some of the other X6 models. Everything is completely open to provide this V8 with a ton of cooling. There's an integrated forward-facing camera nicely placed in the middle, and then the X6 M badge is over on that driver's side. Now, as we work our way to the side, this also has the M Sport brakes, M Sport wheels, it has the M Sport adaptive suspension, a lot of goodies for the top of the line for this X6. There's a trim piece just behind the tire with the X6 M badge as well. Now, this has a set of gloss black side mirrors, which is a great contrast against this paint color. They have a camera system and the integrated turn signal, and that gloss black makes its way surrounding the rest of the window trim. This also has a full moonroof up top. And then as we take a step back, the X6 has a really nice design to it. More of that coupe-like design with the steeply raked rear glass, but it also has very clean lines running down the side. They're in the lower side of the side skirt there, as well as just above the door handles. And then there's some crisp lines in the fender flares, both in the front and the rear. Now, as we finish up in the rear, this has a small trunk-mounted spoiler finished off in gloss black. The backup camera is just above the license plate. All the parking sensors are located down below as well. This has a set of LED taillights, which have a great look to them. They even protrude nicely into the power liftgate. And then down below is the quad-tip dual M Sport exhaust, which will start up in just a little bit, surrounded with some gloss black for that lower diffuser.
It's a 4.4 litre twin-turbo V8, and it has what's known as a hot V, which sounds quite rude. What it actually means is that the turbos are in the V. It means there's less distance for the air to travel before it goes into the engine, and it improves the response. It has 750 newton meters of torque, and in the normal X6M, it produces 600 horsepower. In this X6M Competition, it's increased to 625 horsepower. We've established this car can accelerate hard, it can brake hard, but it also needs to corner hard. That's why BMW's M division has fitted it with a load of extra bracing. You can even see the extra bracing here, just in the engine bay. There's more throughout the car as well. Gonna do a brake test. See what happens. Here we go, here's the sign, here's the sign, here's the sign. Oh my goodness. Whoa. So this braked from 70 miles an hour to 0 in 45.9 meters, and it took 3.2 seconds. It took 91.9 meters from 100 miles an hour, and that took 4.4 seconds. Now let's just check one last thing, the G-force under deceleration. 1.28 G. I did feel that. I could feel my brain just smashing against the front of my skull. Hopefully I haven't got concussion.
interior, we have the solid red leather with the black running down the middle, kind of a cool stripe design to it. And at 5'10", I can hop into the back seats. 2 air vents are right in the middle, and then all the climate adjustments are just underneath that. So you can go through the fan speed, the temperature, where you'd like there to go. This even has heated seats. There's a little bit of a storage bin just underneath that, and then a 12-volt at the bottom. And for being the X6 with that sportback-like design to it, it doesn't hinder any headroom. I have about an inch or so above my head, so I am pretty comfortable. You'll also notice too, this has a full Alcantara headliner. Great touch to see for this. But you have plenty of room for 3 people in the back. And then right in the middle, we have the armrest. There's a little bit of storage on the back side, and then 2 cup holders on the front if you need to use those. You can also fold down the middle seat by itself. So if you have some larger items, you can easily get those through. As far as visibility goes, with that pillar in the back being pretty bulky, there is a window on the left side and then obviously the back glass. It still gives you a lot of visibility. To this solid black leather steering wheel now has a really nice design to it with some stitching for these colors on the inside of it. Now this is an M Sport steering wheel, so you'll see that badge. It's also heated. The volume and tuning controls are over on this right side. On this left side is all the cruise control adjustments. And then you'll notice M1 and M2. These are for the drive modes, so you can quickly have them set up and ready to go. This even has steering wheel mounted paddle shifters that are finished off in brushed aluminum. But let's fire this X6 back up. With my foot on the brake, that button is down below, and we can fire this back up. And looking at this gauge cluster, over on the left side is the fuel gauge and the miles per hour. On the right side is the tach and the engine temperature. And then you can also go through a lot more information within that tach. And right in the middle, we have this massive touchscreen system to go through a lot more information. You can go into the setup to see what we just saw in the gauge cluster. There's engine data, tire data. You can pull up some more information along with the compass, local weather. Now to further use this screen without the touchscreen system, I was using this rotary dial down below, as well as the shortcuts to map and navigation. There's home, media and phone, and then back and option just behind that. Now underneath that is more carbon fiber and brushed aluminum. Gives it a fantastic look against this red leather. You'll notice more brushed aluminum leather on both sides. We'll take another look at this beautiful interior. And like I mentioned earlier, this has a moonroof. So we have that automatic adjustment as well as the sunroof adjustment right in the middle to provide some more light for your interior passengers. There's a call button on the back side, and then the dome lights are on each side. Let's make our way to the cargo space. I can use the button on the key fob or the one to the left of that backup camera, and you'll see there is a lot of space. You can move this cover out of the way, but a really large amount of space for any items you like to place. There's tie-down hooks as well. There's even a hook over on that driver's side. There's a 12-volt on the passenger side too. You can even open up the entire floor and it will hold itself up, where you'll notice the spare tire, and you could use this for additional hidden storage space if you needed to. This is your only vehicle. It makes it very practical. Now up on the power liftgate, you can close and lock the vehicle. The one on the left side will just close it. And now we can move on to the remote start. So you can activate this in the center infotainment system.